You ugly. You brag on having no children out of wedlock. You got a picture of his daughter? I'm a dirtbag. You got a picture of his daughter? This mother brag on not having no children out of wedlock. What happened, D? It crashed.
The Holcomb incident. Now,
that's the brawl. We good. You got the clip with his wife? What? Yeah, we got the wife. Play the clip with that nigga wife. By the way, if I get under your skin, you know where I'm at, homie. You know don't nobody want no kids with you. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen.
Did not anticipate Corey Holcomb Bridge bringing Anton's family into it. I did not anticipate him bringing his daughter into it. I did not anticipate him bringing his wife into it, but more so his daughter. I did not expect that. And a lot of people are saying, oh, this proves Anton's point. This proves that he's lesser than a man. This proves that so on and so forth. No, doesn't prove any of that. Quite frankly, it doesn't prove any of that. What it does show is that Anton underestimated his enemy. That's what Anton did. This is why you always dish out respect no matter what. This is why I am always respecting of others or respectful of others, because I don't know how far someone else is willing to take it. I know for sure how far I'm willing to take it, and that's one reason why I stray away from disrespect. That is one reason why I stray away from conflict, because I know myself. And once that fire is lit, there is no stopping it. See, this is when we get into, for you guys who love to read power books, right? This is law number 19, right? This is law number 19. And what does law number 19 says? Well, law number 19 in the 48 Laws of Power says, know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person, right? Because here's the thing. Here's why I say Corey Holcomb Bridge isn't wrong. I understand why somebody else would take it to the furthest extent. See, this is where you have to know and understand real life, not fake life, not selective morality, not morality, because everybody doesn't live by your rules. Do you understand? This is why you have to be willing. You have to be willing to what? Crush your enemies entirely. This is why you crush your enemies entirely. No, you don't give them a little leeway. No, you don't let them slide a little bit. You crush them entirely, because you don't know, once you let them off, how far they are willing to take it. And Anton underestimated his opponent. Simple as that. And many of you going to be in the comment section, oh man, you will go after somebody's daughter. I didn't say that is something that I would do. However, if I must, then that's what must be done, right? If I need to prove a point, which I've went there before. I told y'all about the time where a dude at work had called a chick ugly, which was clearly beautiful, and I said put her up against your wife, which I've seen his wife. His wife is butt ass ugly. And I told him that to his face. I was like, your wife is ugly. How dare you insult that woman who is clearly beautiful? Yes, I am willing to take it there for those who are willing to take it there. Right? And either you're going to take it up another notch, right? Are you going to take it up another notch so we can get this thing smoking? Or you're going to back down? And what Anton did, he backed down.
Break a fever, but you don't know what long-term damage that could make. Our entire life, we've done everything to protect our child, ensured that she's never, ever, ever needed anything whatsoever. Pray for me and my family. And at this point, I've been advised not to say anything else about it. So that's all I've been authorized to say. Had a couple emergency phone calls. The only thing that I can say at this point is that I can't say anything else about it. First, I need to go and make sure that my daughter is okay. And so it's a lot of tests. I'm not sure if she got to get pulled out of school for the rest of the year. This may affect her in that way. So I have to make sure that she's okay. She's no longer safe even going to school anymore. We got to protect our babies. Under no circumstances will I ever allow for my daughter to go under. So wait a minute. Are you guys telling me, some of you, because I see the overwhelming majority of you are logical, are you guys telling me that it is okay for people to go after underage children? I have to figure out how to pick up the pieces.
He backed down. See, Anton, he's a good talker. He's a good talker, man. Right? Yeah, he's a good talker. Talkers sell tickets, right? Talkers make some money. That's all he do. That's all Anton is good for. He is Derrick Jackson reincarnated. Right? That's all that he is. He's good at selling wolf tickets. He's good at convincing people that he's just living this upright life. No, please. And this is exactly what Corey was trying to prove. Right? Anton not only is a despicable moralist, he's also even worse than a moralist. He's a selective moralist. This dude gets up on his podcast and lie about a variety of different things, right? He shows selective outrage to the dumbest things. He picks and chooses who he wants to ridicule, right? He picks and chooses who he wants to vilify. No, he's selective. He's a selective moralist, which is even worse than a moralist, in my opinion. So if you can get up there and lie, you can get up there and do what you do. Don't get mad at the next man who throws all morals out the door, right, just to prove his point. And that's exactly what Cora Holcomb Bridge did. See, y'all got to stop expecting people to live by your rules. The life doesn't operate that way. The world doesn't even operate like that. You either eat or be eaten, right? And like I said, this is one of the 48 laws of power. Crush your enemies entirely. What law is that? Matter of fact, what law is that? What law is that? Law 15. That's law 15. Crush your enemies entirely. Right? Listen, smoke ain't for everybody. Some people just need to stay on their podcast. Y'all seen what happened to Mr. Ecclesiastic? Y'all seen what CGA did to Mr. Ecclesiastic, and he didn't even touch him. Right? He should have destroyed his ass, but he didn't even touch him. Right? He let the little homies put in the work. He let everybody else put in the work. He let the audience put in the work. Mr. Ecclesiastic, he basically self-destructed. See, when you walking into war is war. Right? You don't get to pick and choose, right? What's off limits? And no. We at war, Ninja. You disrespected me. If I felt like you disrespected me in the utmost way, guess what? I'm taking it up an entire notch, Ninja. I don't give a damn about nobody. I don't care about your wife, your daughter, no nothing. Right? I want the whole lineage. And this is what warriors have done throughout history. Do y'all not know that? Have y'all not studied history? Do y'all not understand the warrior's path? Do you not understand the laws of power? Do you not understand the realms of power? Do you not understand when two giants are going after each other, it's all gloves off until one backs down? Oh, now you gotta sink back into that fake morality. Right now you gotta sit back, and this is why people are more so vilifying Corey Holcomb Bridge. Right? And this is why you see more people probably taking Anton's side. Right? Because the moralist gets to get scapegoated. They get to basically erase all history. That's really what it is. They get the benefit of the doubt. That's the word I'm looking for. Right? They get the sympathy because of the facade that they put up. And this is exactly what happened to me when I got on Broski's wife. People were like, man, you should have said that about his wife. You know, that was mad disrespectful. I was like, okay, so what about the shit that he said? It was all it's gloves off once you bring it into that realm. You brought another woman into the realm. You called that woman ugly. Right? So how dare you get to talking like you a big dog? Then stand on that shit, big dog. If you want to be a big dog, roof. See, everybody a big dog until a pit bull get into that motherfucking ring. So the same thing happened to me, right? I brought the wife into it. Why? Because one, I'm principled, and I didn't take it there until it needed to be taken there, right? You kept popping off at the mouth, calling another woman ugly. Okay, cool. I seen your wife. Your wife is despicably ugly. So let's bring your wife into it since you continue to talk about this other woman. All gloves are off at this point. This is how men duel. This is how men supposed to duel. Right? There ain't no sympathy up in here. Right? You don't get to hide behind your mic. You don't get to try to hide your family like Drake. Nah, ninja. Right? See, here's the thing. When you showing people respect, when you really moving and grooving with principles, right? When you're not being despicable, right? Listen, people gonna treat you as such. They're gonna treat you with the same principles that you abide by. They're gonna treat you with the same realness you abide by. But okay, when you're a fraudster, when you really not leading by example, when you selling wolf tickets, okay, guess that's how people gonna treat you. They're gonna treat you as such, like a fraud, like a lame, like a duck. So when people saying, oh, Corey took it too far, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Because when two people are at war, when two men are at war, one is either gonna bow down or the other one's gonna take it to the extent that many people may say, oh, it don't need to be taken there. Why? I don't follow your rules. Right? I don't follow your rules. The same with me. When people are like, oh, you brought his wife into it. So? And what? What are you gonna do about it? If he gonna swing, swing. But of course he ain't gonna swing. Why? Because I will have demolished his ass. Same thing between Corey and Anton, right? Which they definitely have more at stake if any one of them had swung on camera while that has been, fed online, right? So you got to be level-headed in that situation, but still, do something about it. Like I said, we either going to take it up a notch, and we're going to see may the best man win, or you got to bow out. Right? And I don't care who's who. I don't care who's who. I don't care about bloodline. I don't care about kids. I don't care about none of that. All gloves go off once the disrespect and once the boundaries get crushed. Why is everybody acting all sympathetic and why? Because many of y'all are NPCs. Y'all don't understand the laws of war. Y'all don't understand the laws of power. Y'all don't understand the realms of power. Right? Y'all still abiding by the NPC rules. That's why y'all not winning in life in the first place. Y'all still abiding by the same old rules that got you stuck in the places that you stuck in right now. Everybody else don't abide by the same rules. So what is it? What really is it taking it too far? Well, that's a self compass. I get to dictate how far. I get to dictate that. It's self-regulated. I get to dictate how far something is. Not my opponent, not you, not her, not he, not she, not it. You don't get to determine that. I get to determine how far is too far. And then I'll determine if this fight is worth the fight, or should I bow down myself? Should I bow out myself? I'll determine that, not you. So guess what Corey's doing? He's determining what's too far. And he don't feel like what he's doing is too far. Or maybe he does, but he's still willing to take it there. Because at this route, it's all smoke. It's all out war. And guess what? So, not all the time do civilians get spared. Ask the United States Army. Ask the United States Marines. Civilians don't get spared all the time, my boy. Your mama ain't gonna get spared, my boy. Your daddy, your daughter, your uncle, your grandma may not get spared, my boy. So this is just a rule of thumb. If you don't start none, it won't be nothing. And that's a universal saying, because guess what? The same thing when it comes to the streets. You want to fight on the street? You want to fight on the street, seriously? And you think that somebody else has the capacity to play by the same rules that you're playing by? Okay, try to fight on the street all you want to. And then when somebody blow your stupid ass down, what did you expect? Oh, you expected them to square up and fight. Oh, man, they bitch made now. They don't want to fight. Yeah. I just spent $600, $700 on this Glock. I just spent $1,300 on this F&N. I'm about to blow your stupid ass to smithereens. I ain't pay for this shit for no reason. You think I'm about to scratch up my knuckles? You think I'm about to break my wrist? You think I'm about to dislocate my shoulder, tussling in the street with you, ninja? No, I'm about to blow your ass down. Talking about some, fight fair. I ain't got time for that. I got to go to work in the morning. I ain't got time for that. I got to go to work in the morning. You squirrel with me all you want to. And I'm in a stand your ground state, boy, I'm about to blow you down. I don't operate on normie rules. I don't operate on NPC rules. And don't expect another man to live by those rules either. So guess what Anton is going to do? Either he's going to take it up a notch or he's going to bow down. Continue to focus on the work. Continue to focus on the podcast. Don't say nothing. The same goes for when you in the streets and you want to, you think you about to tussle and hustle and all that stuff. No. Because a smart one would just keep his mouth closed. A smart one would just walk away. You got to bow out. Because if you take it there, even if you're not the aggressor, if you take it there, guess what? All gloves are off. You have to understand in your mind that if I take it there, if I answer to this, guess what? I have to accept death that may come with this. So you better obliterate the other man. You better, because your life is at stake. Do y'all understand? So did Corey Holcomb Bridge take it too far? No, he did not. Because the frequency that I operate at, when disrespect comes in between, when boundaries are crossed, when lines are crossed, all gloves are off. All is fair in love and war. And that's all I got for you guys on today's episode. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Agree, disagree, it's whatever. I still think about what I said. It is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, and this is an after pill. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint, PFP life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The Escape Blueprint, PFP Life.